Hi District 56, this week's video focuses on new features to Google Meet. These updates are a good reminder that sometimes simple isn't easy. It's really important to model. And it might be simple to think about giving your class a poll, but you have to teach them how to do it, and you have to teach them how to use these features, just like we do with everything in our classrooms. Think about your routines, your expectations, how clear you're being with your directions. It's all about modeling and setting the stage so that they have a strong foundation to do what you want kids to do so that they can take ownership of their learning. Google Feature 1, blur the background. So if I don't want everyone to see that my house is a disaster and my dining room is under construction, I can hit this icon right here and it blurs the background before I join the meeting. And then I can join and my background is blurred. Feature 2, ask a question. I'm going to go to the extras puzzle piece, click that, and then choose Q&A, click that, and at the bottom it says ask a question with a plus sign. I click that and say, do you have all your materials? Because I just want a quick, yes, we're ready to move on. So now I've posted my question, and whenever I click mark as hidden, students can't see it, but when I unhide it, then it's posted to kids' feeds, and I'll show you what that looks like next. So today in our kindergarten art class, I have lovely Christina here, and we are going to look at the question feature. So up in this gear at the top, you'll see the puzzle piece, and before class started, I planned out some questions I wanted to ask my students. First is, do we have all of our materials, and is anyone planning to attend today's curriculum assistance time? I have the questions hidden right now, which means they're only visible to me. So I'm going to unhide this one because this is the first question I want students to see when they come into our meet. So on Christina's end, she's going to present her screen to show you how it looks to her.
So at the top, I have this puzzle piece that says extras, and it's got a green dot, so that shows me something is new. When I click on it, there's a green dot by Q&A, and it says, do we all have our watercolor palette, cup of water, and paper in front of us? So I'm going to click I'm ready to go. If I wanted to ask a question, I could say, I can't find my watercolors, what should I use?
And then on my end, I got a little notification at the bottom of my screen that said new question posted. And I see in the puzzle piece, there's a green dot here and next to the question and answer. And I see Christina's name attached to it. I cannot find my watercolors, what should I do? So I should probably direct students to check off when they have everything. But if they don't, I can direct them to send me an individual question so I can follow up with that student one-on-one. Colors, and it's the end of class, and I want to ask the last question that I have saved in my questions. So I'm going back to the puzzle piece, and I have hidden here who's planning to attend today's curriculum assistance time. I'm already planning to work with 2 kids, but I just want to get a quick check to see who is coming or who could be coming from this class. So I'm going to mark as unhidden, and then I'm going to say, okay, at the end of class, you should have 1 new question posted. If you see the puzzle piece at the top with a green dot, please click that and respond if you're planning to come today's curriculum assistance time, just so I know how many kids to expect.
I am going to come because I could not find my watercolors, so I'm going to click the thumbs up.
And then I see on my end that I have 1 student who's planning to come. I don't know which student's coming, but at least it gives me an idea of how many kids to expect. As Christina and I were playing around with the Q&A feature, here were our reflections. It's a good way for kids to ask you a quick question without interrupting class or posting to the whole chat. It's also a good way for you to do a quick check for understanding. Let's say you and your class finished watching a CNN 10 and you want to have kids ask a question based on something they saw in the video. You could have them use that feature. You could also use it to conclude a transition. So make sure everybody finished painting their watercolors and was ready to move on and start the cleanup process. Our next feature is using the poll. To set up a poll, I'm going to go to my extras icon up here, and I want to set this up before class, so I'm not making it during class. So I'm going to click extras, and then I'm going to scroll down to poll, click that, and I'm going to click start a poll. My question is going to be, how are you using independent work time today? And I'm going to give them 3 options. My first option is ST Math. My second option is to finish or review your class notes. And my third option is to start my homework. Then I can delete it if I don't like it. Launch means it's going to go live right away, or I can save it if I want to be able to use it later during my class meet. I'm going to click save, and then you can see it right here. So you can have more than one at a time, but this way you can hit launch and send them live whenever you're ready. And now it is the end of class, so I'm going to go into my extras and my poll, and I'm going to click launch. And now my poll is live, as I see here. And Christina's going to show us the student side.
So it's not appearing right now because it took me too long to share my screen, but at the bottom of my screen where my cursor is right now, a bubble did pop up saying new poll with the question. So I'm going to go back to that same extras that we clicked on for question and answer. My poll has that green button, and it's how are you using your independent work time today? And I'm going to start my homework. So I'm going to vote. And then right here, you can see that I can see that everyone in the class today will be starting their homework. So Julie should have everyone's homework assignments by the end of class.
Great, thank you. Google sends me an email with my polling results. So it's called Meeting Data from my Meet today. And then it organizes everything for me in my Drive. So I can click this link, or I can go into my Drive, and if I scroll through my folders, I see one called Meeting Reports. Google automatically made this for me, and I click on the name of my meeting where I had my poll this morning, and then inside there, it's organized into a spreadsheet. And I can see what Christina said she was going to do during her independent work time today. It also organizes it by poll for you. So as you add more, you'll see them appearing down here. Great way to keep track of what students say and having that accountability conversation and data right at your fingertips. Here were our reflections on using Google Polls. As a community builder, it's great. You can let kids vote on things, you can let them share bits and pieces of information about themselves, this or that kind of community builder games. It's awesome. They can see results immediately. It's great for a quick comprehension check or a focus check. You can let kids choose how they want to spend some class time with parameters that you set up by giving them the poll. Let's set our students up for success. Show your students how and what you want them to do. Present your screen. That's the you do. Give a few minutes for you guys to do it together. That's the we do. And then use the curriculum assistance time for the I do and provide support for those kids who need it. I'm your coach. I'm here for you. I just want you to know that I'm here to be a sounding board, a collaborator, a partner in your instruction. Feel free to reach out and ask me questions. I look forward to hearing from you. If you made it this far, good job. Have a great weekend.